Hello guys, and welcome to my first video in my YouTube channel. So my YouTube channel is called AI Projects, and as the name suggests, I'm going to present end-to-end artificial intelligence and machine learning projects. So you know guys, artificial intelligence is becoming a hot career path. So the number of job positions that are open is very high, and of course the salaries are high. So therefore we see many professionals even from outside the IT field are seeking to make a career shift toward data sciences and artificial intelligence. We also see many students, freshly graduates, who are seeking to build a career that revolves around artificial intelligence. All of these people need introductory projects to artificial intelligence so that they get a little bit of sense of what machine learning is, so that they have an insight of how a project, an AI project look like. So this is the purpose of my channel. So I am going to present end-to-end artificial intelligence projects from loading data to pre-processing and visualizing data and building models. Of course, it is a very important step, and then evaluating the performance of the model. Okay, so this is the purpose of my YouTube channel. So if you guys are interested in this channel, please consider subscribing for more videos. And today I will be starting by one of the most basic projects. It is called the Iris Dataset, and I will be first of all, let us see what is Iris. Let us jump to the Wikipedia channel, or I mean the Wikipedia page, and see. So the iris is basically a flower, and it has three different species. Okay, so the Iris setosa, the Iris virginica, and the Iris versicolor, and they all pretty much look the same. The goal of the data set is to be able to to classify or to predict the class of the species based on some features. The features are four, as we can see here. So four features were measured, and these are the width and the length of the sepals and the petals. So let us have a better insight of what the sepal and what the petal is. So in this figure we can see that this is the petal. So the yellow part here is the petal, and the small green part here is the sepal. So we're gonna measure four features or four parameters, which are the sepal length, the sepal width, the petal length, and the petal width. Okay, so it is very important, guys, as a general rule, to understand the context of the data. So it is really important. It's not just about dealing with raw numbers. You have to have a sense of what the data is all about. Okay, so now let us move to our Google Colab notebook. So I will be using Google Colab, guys. So if you don't know what Google Colab is, it is an online or a cloud version of a Jupyter notebook. It is free and supported by Google, and it has all the libraries pre-installed, so you don't need to install anything. Everything is pre-installed. You have just to import what you need. Okay, so let us just start by importing the dependencies. So almost in any AI project, you're gonna need to import pandas. So I assume, guys, that you know what pandas is. It is a library that helps us to deal with data frames and data series. So if you don't know what pandas is, please consider taking some tutorials, some videos on what pandas is. It is really important tool for machine learners and artificial intelligence model builders. Okay, and the second library, it is not less important, it is called NumPy. It helps us deal with arrays, numeric arrays. And the third libraries that we're gonna import is matplotlib. So it helps us plot figures to have insight on the data. Okay, so I'm gonna run the first cell. So run anyway. So the Google Colab is going to connect. And here we are. Okay, and then we're gonna proceed by importing TensorFlow 2.0. So this is a very important framework for machine learning. It helps us build models. So we import TensorFlow 2.0 using, you can just stick to this command of line. So to this magic command, TensorFlow version 2.x. And then we're going to proceed by importing TensorFlow as TF. This is the convention. And here we are. Then we're going to move to importing some scikit-learn functions. So we're going to import load iris. So this function will help us load the iris dataset. And we're going to import another function which is train test split, to split the data between test and train, as the name suggests. And then we're going to import the pre-processing function to use it later. So then we're going to import the dataset using the previously imported function. So here we are. So the dataset is imported into a variable called iris, and to examine the attributes of the iris module, we use the dir function. So let's see what are the attributes. So we see descr means description attribute, data, feature names, file name, target names. So those are the attributes. We're gonna go through all of them one by one. Also, we can see the attributes or the keys using this command. So this function, keys, as the keys of a dictionary. So those are, of course, the same attributes or the same keys as the previous command. So we're going to proceed by the first attribute, which is descr, means description. Okay, so we're going to print, and it contains the description of the data. So we have 150 instances, meaning 150 training example, let's say, 50 in each of the three classes. So we have three classes, each class has 50 measurements, let's say, or training example. And we have four attributes, as I just said. So those are the sepal length, the sepal width, the petal length, and the petal width, as I previously said. And the classes are three: the setosa, the versicolor, and the virginica. Okay, and here are some more insight, more data about this data set. So it is noteworthy here that the data that is loaded here is not the same as the data that exists in the UCI machine learning repository. Since the data in the UCI machine learning repository has two wrong data points. We are talking about this famous UCI machine learning repository that contains a lot of data sets. Okay, so be careful when importing the data from here. It's not very accurate. It is rather preferable to import it from here. Okay, from the scikit-learn load iris function. Okay, so this is all about the descript attribute. Let us move to feature names. So we all know the feature names already, and then let us move to the target names, so the classes, which are three: Setosa, number one, versicolor, and virginica. Okay, and then let us move to the target. So the target contains normally 150 values, and every value, so 0 represents Setosa, and 1 represents versicolor, and 2 here represent virginica. Okay, so they are all put in order, 50 of each class. Okay, so let us, so normally, so to examine the shape of the target values, so normally they should be 150 exactly. So 150 training example, 150 values. So let us move to our data. So let us see the data. No, so normally it is a very long table, as you can see, and each row represent one measurement. So sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width. Okay, so 5.1 centimeter, 3.5 centimeter, 1.4, and 0.2. Okay, so to make sure that we have the right shape, so normally the shape should be 150 by 4 exactly. So here it is. So that's all for this video, guys. In the next video we will be seeing graphical representation of the data to have better insight on it. So if you like this video, please consider pushing the like button, and if you wanna more videos, please subscribe to this channel, and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.